This is Marc Lamont Hill. I am the owner of Uncle Bobbie's Coffee and Books right here at 5445 Germantown Avenue in Germantown. I opened Uncle Bobbie's because I really believed, one, in the power of community. When you open a cafe bookstore in the hood, the question is, will black people drink enough coffee? Will black people buy enough books, right? Honestly, the coffee thing was secondary. The first thing people said is, you open a bookstore in a black neighborhood, black people don't read books. And all the evidence defies that argument. But so does my experience in this place. I mean, since we've opened, people come here for books. And they drink coffee. They drink plenty of coffee, and I love it, but people come here for the books. They look around for the books. They love the books. And they're buying the books. But there is a stereotype that black folk and literacy don't go together. There's a stereotype that black folk are anti-intellectual. So it was really important to me to challenge that. The question about black people in cafes, I think it's not that black people don't like coffee. It's that many of the spaces that are idealized for coffee, like the mainstreams, the Starbucks and places like that, aren't seen as black spaces or welcoming spaces for black folk or brown folk. So if you create the spaces, we'll come and drink coffee too. The first thing I always tell young people is to dream as big as possible, right? There'll be plenty of time to be practical and pragmatic. There's no shortage of people in the world to tell you what you can't do, right? So start with an ambitious dream. But that dream should be rooted in community, not the self. At the current moment, so much of what we do is rooted in the self. What can I get? How much money can I make? How much attention can I make? How many selfies can I take, right? It's all about the individual. And I want us to recalibrate just a little bit and think about the community. For me, Shoppe Black means to support the businesses inside of our community. Black dollars leave the community faster than any other ethnic or racial group. I'm all about supporting everybody to the extent that we can, but we have to start with home. We have to support our businesses. Too often, we've been trained and prepared to walk past our own businesses to walk to someone else's. I was fortunate to have a network of nurture. I was fortunate to have people like my Uncle Bobbie, like my parents, like my cousins, like my uncle, like friends and neighbors who helped protect me and invest in me, who believed in me. And one of the ways they did that was through books. What I want to do is remind people that all children are worthy of protection. Whether you read on grade level or not, whether you have access to books or not, whether your zip code says Chestnut Hill or whether you're from the bottom, everybody deserves the same. Coffee comes from La Colombe. I chose La Colombe for two reasons. One, it tastes amazing, right? The second reason was because they had fair trade practices. It was important to me to work with a coffee roaster that gave people a living wage, not just minimum wage, that treated farmers properly. I work with black book vendors, I work with local food producers, the decorator for this place, the architect for this place. So many people who are involved in the process were black people. And that was important to me, again, to support the community and to help build something. First off, business is great. It's been a blessing. From day one, people from all over this neighborhood, all over the city, and really all over this country have come, supported. They buy coffee, they buy books, they do everything that you would dream of as a store owner. So I'm up here at 6 a.m. brewing coffee and making sure the books are straight. And I'm here most of the day and I'm loving it. But I have a team of people, you know, I can't take credit for the success of this place. I was blessed to be able to hire 12 people who are working their behinds off to make this place work. I hope that with the idea of Shopping Black, we can remind people that our water is wet, our ice is cold. And if we make it, we should support it, we should buy it. That's what every other group does, that's what we should do. Peace everybody, this is Marc Lamont Hill from Uncle Bobbie's Coffee and Books in Philly. I'm Shopping Black, you shop black.